About offensive comparisons, here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
That's mine. Yeah.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Breeze finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the 1st.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The gun, it's Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham Beckham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And an alley to run. He's at the 40. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Oh, nice move. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ricky Williams, 22 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
Throwing now is Breeze. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Breeze now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's Breeze. Able to find Harris, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. That catch was not so immaculate, but it does move the sticks.
Oh, I hear what you're doing right there. You're talking about Franco Harris and one of the all-time great catches in NFL history. The immaculate reception. Franco, a 4-time Super Bowl champ, that helped contribute to that game against the Raiders.
Finished his career with 307 catches. I don't think you'd see that number from a fullback in today's NFL. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And down inside the 15 he goes. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
To throw, it's Breeze. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Jeremy Shockey from 8 yards out, and his guys are able to strike for 6.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Lets this one rip toward Graham. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Rodgers again now. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Ware. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Packers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 33-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So 2. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, easy.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Easy.
Here we go with Sony Michel, 41 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them an...
Wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It fights him off. Lets this one rip toward Graham. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And left side here, it's Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You're good, you're good. Right forward, right.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Over the middle of the back.